Wreck My Podcast.
This week, we watch a movie about mayhem that happens at an animal-centric park that could have easily been avoided. No, it's not Jaws 3D, it's Jurassic World, this week on Wreck My Franchise.
Wreck My Podcast.
Welcome to Wreck My Podcast, where this week we're covering yet another movie in the Jurassic Park franchise. It's the Jurassic World trilogy we're starting here. I'm here with my guest this week. If corporations named him, he'd be a Camberry egg. It's Cam.
Yeah. We need more teeth.
What are you, a dentist? Isaac Yankum over there? He shows up to dates in board shorts. It's Kreger.
That's me. I literally bought like 6 pairs of shorts at Sam's Club this weekend.
But were they board shorts?
2 of them, which I'm going back for a 3rd pair, are hybrid regular shorts, board shorts. So technically, yes.
So they run off of energy and gasoline. Awesome. He's wasting away in Margaritaville. It's Joe.
You didn't tell me it was white.
That was funny.
Great line. And we have a special guest this week. That's right, from the Elite 8 Showdown podcast, as well as the Professional Casual Network. We have Tim. He calls his Raptor Big Blue, France. What's up, Tim?
It's because it's lost oxygen several times. Actually,
Yes.
it's a very serious medical condition.
Yes.
So
yes.
I believe you've just been doing autoerotic asphyxiation wrong.
It's a hypoxoraptor.
Yeah, the Latin term is I forgot and
form.
left the ring on again.
I was going to say, that's why it says on the cock ring package not to use for more than 1 hour.
Yeah,
Viagra, 3 hours. Cock rings, 1 hour. They all have a limit. We shouldn't go past them.
I just get those mixed up.
Yeah,
one
exactly.
Viagra an hour, cock rings for 4 hours. That's the way
You are
it's
supposed
done.
to put you are supposed to put the Viagra in your penis hole, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes it
It's
work
like
better.
snorting cocaine, but for your dick. And I'm your host. If my name was Blue, I'd say smell you later. Pokemon. So we watched Jurassic World. Cam watched it twice because he makes
He loves this movie
he loves this movie so much.
It's really good. I think it's the best of all of them.
Yeah, it's so great. So let's go around and find out who's seen this movie, who hasn't, and what you think of it. So, Joe, have you seen this movie before?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters, actually, and I've seen it multiple times since.
Cool. Me too. Kreger, what about you?
I had seen this probably not since it came out, and then I just watched it again, and yeah, but I watched it a week ago because
Because we recorded later. And then Cam, had you seen this movie before you watched it the 2 times this time?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters, and then I didn't see it again until I watched it basically 2 weeks in a row.
Nice. The way to do it. And then, Tim, have you seen this movie before?
So this was my first viewing of Jurassic
nice.
World. I went into this fresh.
Pratt virgin over here.
wow.
Yeah. Love it when this happens.
So
All right.
what did you think of it? Because you're a fan of the Jurassic Park series, though, right? Like the original 3?
I have seen parts of the first 3. That is
Okay.
that is very true.
Have you not
wait a minute.
seen any of them
Any of
all the
them
way
in-
through?
I have never seen a Jurassic movie all the way through. No.
Wow.
What?
So what
Really?
parts?
We didn't
Who
think
are
this
you?
person existed.
I know we didn't. We
just said that.
Yeah.
We just said
What-
no one exists.
What if he watched all the parts that didn't have dinosaurs in it yet?
I thought this was building 4 dinosaurs to be included at some point during the series. I just didn't know if it was on this one or the one before it. But no, I had seen a whole bunch of number 3. It was like the first DVD we got when we got a DVD player. I just never actually sat down and watched it. I know the Raptors could talk to each other at one point,
Yeah, you don't need
and
to
that's
watch
about what I remember.
Yeah, the Raptors can talk to each other. They turn into Dream Raptors and talk to Alan Grant. It's great stuff.
Best part of the whole
Best
series.
part of the
Best
whole
part.
movie. Yeah, it really is. So what did you think of this, Tim? Not knowing a lot about the Jurassic Park lore and watching this for the first time.
It brought me back and forth. There were certain parts. I think the idea of big terror amusement park a la Disney World is awesome. But then there was dialogue there and just super force things that was so bad and telegraphed that it was very difficult. It was almost like watching it was like the second or third Underworld movie where they're like, oh, they crossed a vampire and a werewolf. It had that kind of camp to it, but it was taken in a serious way. That was just like, oh, you had me. I was into like the last 10 minutes and then you fucked it up.
Yeah, I was kind of with you at the sense that like there's a lot of camp, but I kind of read into it like they knew it was stupid and were like doubling down on it because in the movie, not that it makes it better, but in the movie, they comment on all the dumb things and say, yeah, we know it's dumb. It's dumb. Wink to the audience. This is stupid, but we're doing it. Like running in heels and the Indominus Rex name. And they're always like, yeah, this is really stupid, but hey, we're here, you know?
I don't think so. I think that's them just trying to cover for all the plot holes in the previous series. And not necessarily them like doing it like this movie's not it may have a level of self-awareness, you know, because obviously it's the fourth in a series. It's going to have that. But this movie was made to be serious and for you to take it seriously that a new genetic dinosaur could camouflage itself. Well,
they are setting you up for the storyline they always wanted to put in Jurassic Park, and that is weaponized dinosaurs. So that's what this whole movie was made for.
Yeah,
was
but
to
Beast
create
Wars
a story
already did it.
What wars?
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
What is
they did
Beast
it really
Wars?
well too.
Yeah, they did.
Why don't I know Beast Wars?
It's the Transformers where there's dinosaurs versus like mammals.
Oh my gosh, I remember this. I used to love this as a kid.
Yeah, Optimus Prime was Optimus
a
Primal.
gorilla.
Yeah, it's Optimus Primal.
I don't remember this part of it.
Again. YouTube.
Yeah, the CGI is hilariously terrible.
Nice.
I remember it being bad.
Yeah,
my
but
favorite
there are
type of
rumors
CGI.
of a Beast Wars movie coming out, and there's Beast Wars toys at like Target and Walmart right now.
Nice. Talk to me when they go to the 99-cent store. So
Dollar Tree.
Cam didn't like it. Tim,
No,
you said it was like meh.
Yeah, there were parts I was very into. I would certainly like to see parts of that expanded in a way where there's writers. But yeah, I don't regret watching it.
Okay. And then Joe, what did you think this time around?
Kind of how I feel about the movie in general. I think it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of entertainment value. Yeah, just, crazy visuals with these dinosaurs and shit. But excuse my French. But I mean,
Les shit.
I didn't understand what he was saying. Yeah, he said a French word, and I just got lost.
Yeah, we were like, "Whoa, Joe, you're so fancy." I agree with you.
I like it just because I get entertainment out of it. I just find it to be a fun movie.
I agree with that. And then
It's
Craig,
kind of
what
like
about you?
another action movie where you just can kind of don't have to think much about the plot.
That's true.
And that's the running current in our whole show is that I hate movies like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So anytime there's a movie like that, I just like I want it to never have been made.
Yeah, Cam wants movies like the new Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie that are very highbrow movies, definitely.
Yeah. Honestly, I would rather watch that.
Did you today? I mentioned that today
when
because
Robbie tagged us.
Robbie tagged us, and he was watching it, and he goes, he was telling me it's actually not that bad, and it's geared towards more adults that grew up in the '90s and kind of like riffing on it.
Definitely going to be more self-aware.
Yeah,
that's most kids' movies nowadays, anyways.
Oh yeah, like the Invader Zim and Rocko's Modern Life that came out, like the reboots and all that. Definitely. Krager, what did you think watching it this time?
I still enjoyed it. Like it's I don't know. Like I'm the worst film critic because like I go into every movie with low expectations, so I end up enjoying myself and I don't hate myself. So
you're the critic all the movie producers love.
Yeah, it's true.
Was that
much.
a dig at me or just a really
I think that's
good
a dig
coincidence?
No, I think it's a dig at me because he's been saying I hate things a lot lately.
Okay, I was going to say, is it a coincidence because I do hate myself?
It's a little bit. It's like 5% a dig at you guys, but it's also just like how I live my life. Like it's really dumb, but like how it started is I remember when Madagascar came out. I saw the trailer. I'm like, this looks dumb. I went in with low expectations. I enjoyed myself, and so ever since then, every movie. I love you, King Julian. So every movie I go into, even if I'm really hyped about a movie, I try and temper my expectations, and 9 times out of 10, I enjoy myself. Like, because you're seeing the movie for enjoyment. So yeah, I enjoy myself. Yeah,
No, I'm rage viewing
right?
everything I watch.
I mean, as you can see, my fiance, I have a thing for redheads. Tim, looking at you too. And so she's fine. This is pre Pratt coming out with all his controversial things. So loved it when it first came out. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say this is like a top tier movie, but like I went in knowing what it was and enjoyed what it was.
I'll tell you what is like a part of this movie that I'm like, okay, this gets extra points for me because this person's in it, is Jake Johnson. Anything Jake Johnson is in will automatically go like a grade higher for me because that dude,
100%.
I just cannot get enough of him. I think he's amazing.
I agree.
Well, like-
I think he's
like
one
his-
of the funniest actors around right now.
Oh, totally.
He is amazing.
Was he the guy from
And,
New
like-
Girl?
Yeah, the guy from
New
New Girl. Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
I
and,
didn't
like-
know his name, but I really like him too. All right.
he's great.
Yeah, and it's funny because like pre-therapy Krager is like soul spirit connected with his character from
You're just
New Girl.
Nick Miller all around.
Yeah, I pre-therapy Krager was Nick Miller, except for the commitment issues because that was the opposite.
Post
But, like,
therapy Kreger is sad Peter Parker that he also was.
no, but what it's actually really funny is like I listened to a podcast where he was on it, and like he is like very much like the opposite in real life,
Mhm.
but he played it so well.
When him and Max Greenfield, who plays Schmidt, when they get together, like literally all they can do is just banter like Schmidt and Nick. It's the funniest thing.
It's what every man dreams of. To
Oh,
have
totally,
as
totally.
their best friend.
so true.
He read for Star-Lord, I think, too, right? Like,
oh,
yeah.
he would have been amazing.
right?
Well,
I honestly might have liked him more as Star-Lord.
Me too.
Pratt.
yeah, that's not bad casting right there. Did you see that there's like some other new movie or series or something on Netflix, I believe it is, that has Winston and Winston's wife in the show, the cop?
Are you talking
Yeah,
about the
they're- HBO.
series where he
Yes,
like sees the
HBO.
drawings in his mind, like he's kind of going crazy?
Yeah.
It's called Woke. I've watched
That's what
both
it is, Woke.
seasons. They're
Yeah.
incredible. This is a perfect show.
Yeah,
There
I
we
love
go.
that dude. I cannot remember Winston's real
Reginald-
name for the life of me.
Reginald something or
Is it
something,
something
Von
like that?
Reginald.
It is Reginald
Yeah.
something, that is correct.
He's
freaking
great.
love
He's
him in
also
Game
in
Night.
Game Night, which Game
Oh,
Night
yeah.
is a sleeper hit, man. I love
Yeah.
Game
His
Night.
Denzel
It's
is
such
spot
a
on.
weird movie.
Dude, Meth
freaking
Damon in that movie
Denzel.
was so good. I can never remember that actor's name, but
Jesse Plemons,
yeah.
the fake
Wait,
Matt
who?
Damon,
Meth Damon, yeah.
Yeah.
in Jesse
who?
Plemons in Game Night.
The fake Matt Damon.
Fake Matt
He's also
Damon.
in he was the cop neighbor. He's also in Breaking Bad.
Oh
Yeah.
God, he's so good.
Yeah,
especially
so good.
in what's the Netflix Twilight show?
Black Mirror.
There you go.
Which actually leads us right back to Bryce Dallas Harper.
Bryce Dallas
There
Howard.
you go.
Howard. Her.
That
Yeah.
girl.
There you-
So yeah, I'll tell
Yeah,
you
she
what I
was in
think
Black
about this movie. I really like this movie. Every time I watch it, I think this is. It's definitely, like I said, not the best Jurassic Park film, but because that's still number
that's
one.
still the first
is
one.
First one. I think for me, it would go number one's my favorite. Number two is right below it. Jurassic World is right below that, and then there's a huge gap for everything else.
Oh,
Number,
yeah.
number two is usually right below number one.
It's very, very true. That's how toilets work. So I thought this movie was really fun to rewatch. I always have a good time with it. So some things I noticed. Just let's start talking about things we noticed. I'm going to move along how I wrote notes down as we kind of progress on this. The first thing I noticed is that this was produced by Legendary, and I was like, that's a weird get. And then I was like, no, it makes sense because Legendary has their hand in every kaiju movie that comes out now, like in the 21st century.
Speaking of which, did you see there's an animated Pacific Rim show on Netflix?
Yes, I haven't seen it yet, but I hear good things.
I haven't watched it yet either, but I'm really excited
Yeah,
because I just watched Pacific Rim again like a week ago.
Pacific Rim is definitely one of my favorite ones too.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
I love that. Charlie Day, I mean, you can't go wrong with that guy. So
yeah.
one thing I'm going to mention
Ever
because
see Arthur or whatever that one was, King Arthur.
No, he said Charlie Day.
Charlie Day.
Oh, Charlie Day. My bad.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Trying
The
to
main
kinda-
actor who's from
That's what I was thinking.
Anarchy, he is a beautiful human being. he's a terrible actor, except in The Gentleman. I love The Gentleman. Highly recommend watching that movie.
I have no idea what that is. El
Same.
Caballero.
It's
on HBO Max right now.
It came out like a year or two ago.
Hang on, Cam.
It's,
I muted you because you were being loud, so you have to unmute yourself.
Yeah. So I'm glad we're staying on topic. So the gentleman is about, it has freaking Matthew McConaughey, Hugh Grant, the dude from Sons of Anarchy.
My hands are covered in mustard. You have to do it for me.
I couldn't. It wouldn't let me. Sorry.
I was just going to say that listening to all this, you could tell that it's a bad movie because we get sidetracked within the first 3 minutes.
Okay, fine. Let's get back to the movie then, Cam. Let's bring it all
Okay.
back around. Here
Go
we go.
watch The Gentleman. Highly recommend it.
We'll watch The Gentleman. So the mom in this movie, the mom in this movie is Judy Greer, and she's literally in everything I've been watching lately. Like this, have you guys watched the show, The Thing About Pam, that came out like a year or two ago?
No, I have not.
Okay, so this movie is about a real life happening, like probably about 10 years ago, where a lady in Michigan, I think it is, murders a bunch of people and gets away with it. But she's like this crazy lady. It's played by Renee Zellweger, and like I
hate Renee Zellweger.
I don't even want to tell you about this show because you have to watch it. It's the most absurd, crazy, true crime show ever.
There's also one on Hulu right now starring Jessica Biel where she plays the
Candy.
same character,
So-
Candy, and that show is perfect.
Candy is
I've
set
heard
in
a
my
lot.
town.
Oh,
court.
really?
So
Ooh.
in McKinney, where I live, in McKinney, she lived in Fairview, just one town over, and she got tried at the McKinney courthouse in our old downtown square, and it was the last trial to happen at that courthouse before they turned it into the Performing Arts Center.
Well, you're like famous now.
Here's the thing: is they said they didn't film anything here, though. It's all filmed in Georgia. I was like, that's such a jip.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was extra fun to watch that show, living in the town that all this stuff took place in. So that's kind of cool. But yes, Candy's good. Anyway, bringing it back around, Judy Greer, she was the mom. The dad is David Wallace from The Office. So people will definitely recognize those two characters from something.
She's in 27 Dresses.
Is that Judy Greer's in that too?
Yeah.
Well, there
And
you go.
Arrested Development.
And
She played the
13 going on
psychotic
30.
secretary.
Yeah, she's also in, I thought I wrote down, she's also in Ant-Man.
She's Judd Apatow's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, is she
Oh,
Judd
yeah.
Apatow's wife?
No, isn't that Leslie
Yeah.
Mann?
Yeah.
Oh,
No. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Leslie
Judd
Mann.
Apatow's
That's
married.
not-
Yeah. Judd Apatow's
I
married
mixed
to
them up.
the.
I mixed them up.
How
They
dare
look
you
kind of
mix up
similar,
white
to
women?
be honest.
Yeah, yeah, I know. White
do
blonde
look
women,
similar.
they're identical.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Triggered.
So I did like that there was a Mr. DNA Easter egg in there. We got to see him come back. Dino DNA.
Yeah.
That's always
I
fun.
remember that.
Tim's like, I don't know. Who's this character, Mr. DNA?
So here's the thing. So while I haven't watched a whole lot of Jurassic Park movies, I have watched the first couple seasons of Camp Cretaceous, which is the kids
Wow.
show based in Jurassic World after the
That is
end of
hilarious.
Jurassic World, where a bunch of kid campers get left behind.
Man, so you watched
Oh,
the thing.
jeez.
You watched the thing that literally no one's watched. And now watch
Yeah,
the thing
you
that
know,
everyone else has watched.
I'm an expert witness. I'll just tell
Hey.
you how hands work or whatever.
That's great.
Also for Jurassic Park, I made my computer colors yellow and red. You know.
Nice.
There you go.
Setting the
Now,
theme.
Tim, did you know that the scientist is from the first movie?
The
B.D. Wong's character, Dr.
scientist.
Wu. The Asian
no,
dude.
I didn't. I remember
Yeah.
Newman from the first movie and Sam Jackson and
Newman.
Jeff Goldblum, and that's it. I remember Dilophosaurus as being rad.
Mhm.
And so in this movie they did say, "Oh, beware of Dilophosaurus venom," and I was like, "Oh, I get that one."
Yeah. Did you notice that at the scene where the raptors are chasing them through like the center and then the Dilophosaurus pops up and like freaks it out? That's actually taken from the first movie when Newman gets spit on. They took the footage and made it and like put
Oh,
it
they
in the movie.
Tupac hologrammed
That's
it.
cool.
Yep. Mhm, yeah.
Hologrammed it.
Yes. So that's
All
pretty
right.
cool. There was a subplot in this movie where the kids were going to find the canister that Newman loses, and that was going to be brought back around. Which is
I
like,
actually really like
I
that.
feel like that's like
How
one
much
of the
later
most.
was it?
That's like one of the most loose ends ever in a movie. They just like focus on this can going down and being like, Chekhov's gun. This is definitely coming back later, but nope, it never did.
Well,
I
like,
think they were
like
just,
the older kid's girlfriend in the beginning. I was like, oh, well, obviously something's going to happen. Or he's going to find new love or something. And then it's just never referenced again in any way, shape, or form.
That's just to prove how awkward and weird teenage boys are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
All right.
that's all.
And
That's
how
there for.
and how lovesick puppies teenage girls are.
Like when his aunt eye
Which I
bangs
feel
him
like
as soon as she meets him or whatever, too. That was super weird.
That was weird. Yeah. It was very, very strange. So I thought it was, I get they did it for humor, but this was completely stupid to me when I think his name's Mashani, the like billionaire oil guy who owns the park. He's flying a helicopter and then the flight instructor gets out and barfs because apparently he has motion sickness. Sir, you are a flight instructor. You should be used to people flying terribly. This is nothing new to you.
Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard didn't throw up, and he seemed fine when they picked her up. Like,
that is true.
I thought that was stupid. I was like, dumb joke. And that
Maybe
in a
he
movie
threw up
full
all
of
those times,
dinosaurs.
too.
What'd you say?
So maybe he threw up all those times too.
Maybe this just isn't the profession for him. He should do something else.
Maybe he has an eating disorder and we should all be taking it more seriously. Obviously, they were working at some very adult tones in this movie, and they just didn't do it justice.
Can we also talk about how dumb it was that Bryce Dallas Howard had to go like
when the thing took off? Like there were so many really bad direction that they gave this woman who's like a fucking businesswoman, who's like a badass. The airplane moves a little and she goes all melodramatic slow, like it's a movie from 1930.
No, I mean,
you're not telling me you would be a little freaked out about someone who hasn't even had their pilot's license flying a helicopter?
I wouldn't go.
I mean, we need our damsel in distress character, Cam. That's what she's there for.
Because you would have been like, whoa.
So I thought it was interesting that they like literally built the Predator pretty much. Like that's kind of what this dinosaur was. Like he has heat, able to seek heat seeking vision, all that. He's able to camouflage. I'm like, this thing is just a freaking Predator without the dreadlocks, so it's way less cool. They should have given it dreadlocks.
That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
To be fair, the Predator would have been a lot more dangerous if it also had cuttlefish DNA.
That
true. Was the one thing that really held the Predator back.
Yeah, without that cuttlefish DNA, man. What were they thinking?
Yeah.
So like I was saying before, some of the things I liked is like they made fun of the Indominus Rex name. And what I did like that they mentioned here is if they stuck to the real gene code, the dinosaurs would look different, because that puts to bed this like whole argument that lots of people have where they're like, the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are so stupid because they don't look anything like what dinosaurs would look like. And they were like,
I did like that part too.
We made them to look that way. You didn't want them to look real. You wanted them to look crazy and scary. And that's what we did. So I was like, okay, I'm good with that.
I did really appreciate that line.
Mm-hmm. And then I really appreciate Jimmy Fallon's payday in this movie.
I hate Fallon so much. That scene made me mad.
I'm not the biggest fan either.
I used to hate Fallon a lot more until James Corden came around.
Yes, the lesser of two evils.
I'll tell you what, though, the Jimmy Fallon, all the product placement, all of that, I mean, it made the park seem believable.
I will say this is one of those things where it's like the product placement doesn't feel forced because you're expecting it to be in your face the whole time. And it's very rare where you can organically pull product placement off like that.
Now, one thing I feel like I remember from memes of that time when this movie first came out, or maybe it was the sequel, but one thing I was looking for the entire time was the dude in the bucket hat with the two like coconut margaritas, like looking around as people were evacuating.
Yeah.
Was it? Did I just
Jimmy
completely
Buffett.
miss it?
Yeah, that's Jimmy Buffett.
All right.
No, Jimmy Buffett didn't have the coconut hat, but you see Jimmy Buffett for a split second running with a margarita in each hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed it then.
When the pterodactyls,
the pterodon, the pterodactyls, those pteros.
Yeah, so why did some of them have T-Rex faces? I didn't understand that.
Well,
that's a different type. There are multiple type of flying dinosaurs.
We had this conversation, I think,
had the head
in
like,
Jurassic Park 3 episode, and I think
it's like a T-Rex.
Joe sent us a picture of
it's
them.
It's really cool.
What were they called,
so
Joe?
Like, and like
back at our text.
Yeah, not doing that.
I like turtles.
Nice, and they're weird screw-like dicks. So
that's ducks.
Oh, is that ducks? What do turtles have? Wait, you should know, Tim. You talk about turtle dicks all the time. You should know.
So Dan corrected us. Yeah, apparently turtle dicks are absolutely wild. They're not like echidna dicks, which are like a full fist. It's got like 5 spouts on it. It looks like a weird mushroom. Dude, it's... Honestly, I think a lot of people would go, don't Google echidna dicks, but do. You just need to see what it's like. It's like a monkey fist.
Yeah, we're here promoting echidna dicks.
I missed most of that, and I heard like 5 spout penis. Are you guys talking about me again?
No, but if you want to see the most accurate depiction of a dinosaur, the opening scene of Jackass Forever has a pretty accurate depiction of a dinosaur.
I think we need to warn our listeners, though. Just be careful what you type in the Google, because we don't want to type in a kid in a dick. It's a kid in a dick.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, don't put too many spaces in this.
I don't hear the difference.
I don't hear. It's like Frank in It's Always Sunny when he keeps saying boy's hole instead of boy's soul. You got to pay the troll if you want to get in the boy's hole. Anyway.
That whole Nightman.
It's amazing. So I thought it was funny. I don't know if they meant to do a commentary on this, but even in this movie, the most well-intentioned billionaire still is on the wrong side of karma. So I don't know if that was intentionally supposed to be a commentary on like billionaires kind of just suck all around, even if they're like well-intentioned.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say it was.
How dare you make money?
Yeah, I'm going to say that was there. They really do not like British people in this movie. That British assistant, that whole scene of her just getting massacred by multiple dinosaurs and then freaking
Best
eaten.
part of the movie, hands down.
So I will say, I expected, just because I wasn't super familiar with the franchise as a whole, I did expect a bunch of like off-camera deaths and stuff, and they, to their credit, did not do that at all.
No, they don't pull any
really
punches
drawn
in this
out like
movie.
that one was.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so yeah, I dig that.
Like you're legitimately watching like a 2-minute scene of a girl just screaming, suffering, being slowly gnawed on by pterodactyls to end up just getting chomped on by whatever that thing is.
and then
I think it's huge.
and then the maintenance guy with the hard hat and the poor eating choices, you see him die technically off camera.
Yes, but you actually you see
That's
yeah,
sexism.
but that was
Sexism
still
to a
build
core.
up of the horror of when you first kind of like see the Indominus Rex.
Yeah. That big one that ate her is called a mosasaurus.
Mesosaurus. Yeah. So here's
Did you say a mosasaurus?
Yeah, Moses.
Parts of the sea.
Moses. Yeah, he's so big, he's part in the sea.
Tim, you get it.
So here's the thing I will say about what thing I liked about the Mosasaurus is that it was a subversion of, so whenever they introduce something in a movie, you're like, yeah, that's going to come back later to play into it, right? So they introduced this giant sea monster that eats great white sharks, which is a commentary on Steven Spielberg's Jaws, because Steven Spielberg is an executive producer on this, and he was like, I like the idea that this thing totally just destroys my animal from like 40 years ago. Let's go ahead with that. But they introduced this giant sea creature, and you think, when is this going to come back? And then it comes back to eat the girl, and you're like, okay, that's when it comes back. So I wasn't even thinking that that's how the finale with the Indominus Rex was going to end, that it was going to come up and like totally just deep blue sea, the Indominus Rex.
It really was
and,
deep blue sea.
Yeah, and so I was like, that's kind of a cool subversion of like that trope. I like that.
Yeah. I didn't see it coming when I first saw it.
No, but it was great. I love that. Although I will say I laugh every time when they do the slow-mo. They do like the raptor sound, and then it's a slow-mo of Blue running the corner, and then it like speeds up as he runs, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
Is
and
this
Tokyo
Baywatch?
drifts around the corner of that kiosk too to get that back there in time. Like,
Yeah, I'm like, what is happening? Yeah, what is happening?
He's doing the Tokyo Drift song.
Tokyo
Oh
Drift
my
song.
gosh. Speaking of Tokyo Drift, did you guys see the guy from Tokyo Drift in this movie?
Paul Walker?
No. No. So
He was in a little
you're barking
Lamborghini
up
and
the
he
wrong
was just drifting.
no. So you know in Tokyo Drift, because everyone remembers that movie, there's DK. It's Drift
Yes.
King, right?
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. The
Exactly.
big bad guy of Tokyo Drift. He was the army guy who finds the tracker that got ripped out.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
him.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
right.
you was right.
Yep. He's also in he's Shredder in the Michael Bay TMNT movies.
Oh, I actually never saw
Oh
those.
wow.
Oh, I saw both. Yeah. Eh. So, as a lover of turtles, ninjas, and mutants, I'm not going to say it was the best thing ever. So I also
Have we done the original movies. On
Have
the
we
cast
done them?
before? Yeah.
I want to say we did the very first
First
one, the '90s one. No,
Not the
We
ooze one.
haven't. We haven't
We-
done any.
Yeah,
we haven't. What we
But see the problem is it has Megan Fox, which the only
No,
thing
not
that's
that
aged
one.
worse than Megan Fox is Lindsay Lohan. So
No, not those. The ones from like the 90s when we were kids.
Did you just say that Megan Fox aged poorly?
yes.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
can
talking
we record,
about.
Can we
more
record
in her
scratch right
choice,
now?
more in like
You need to go watch the
more-
movie on Netflix, Till Death, because it's a movie where she's literally in 98% of it, and it's just her, and it's her lugging around a dead body for an hour, and I'm like, good on you. That's hard work for actors. Like, you didn't have to take this job, but you did. Good on you. And she looked good
yeah,
doing
but
it.
are we still talking about Megan
Yes,
Fox?
we're still
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
Megan Fox.
Yeah, but she married Machine Gun Kelly,
So,
and that is
we
unforgivable.
all- That's
not her
He's
fault.
trash.
We all think with our dicks. So does
She
Megan
married
Fox.
him. That's her choice.
No, it's not her fault. That has nothing to do with aging well.
How is it
It
not
has
her
nothing
fault?
to do with aging well.
It's not her fault. It's all the blood they're drinking. It's
Yeah.
screwing her
Yeah,
mind up.
Didn't that just happen like a month ago? How do you explain the other years?
I will say,
It's hard to understand what you guys are saying.
even
but
against
okay.
the joke. Even against the joke, she does do a great job of that movie. And if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. It's worth a
I
watch.
haven't
Yeah, it's worth a
seen
watch.
Okay,
So
I gotta finish Van Helsing.
Van Helsing the movie.
Yeah, I'm watching it again.
Hey, I've always wanted to cover that on the podcast. I remember really liking that movie.
So do I.
I every night when I go to bed, I play recommended for you Fire Stick Roulette and just see. Where
I don't think
see
I've
where it
ever
takes me.
seen that movie.
Tim had a funny facial expression when we mentioned Van Helsing. What do you think?
It was one of those movies. I feel like I watched part of it, but completely forgot it existed for probably 20 years.
Listen, any movie that has Beckinsale pre-plastic surgery, I will
Forget that. And
It's
he's
also
also with
got Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. That's it. Not Carl Urban. Hugh Jackman's in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but also Carl Urban. Sure, why not? So I like too the Mesosaurus. The minute that thing came on screen, I was like, "There's always a bigger fish." Yeah, Cam. So let's see. One thing that doesn't make sense to me is that they have a freaking army on this island, yet they can't contain the dinosaurs. What you're trying to tell me that one giant genetically created dinosaur is supposed to be able to take out like 30 people with machine guns?
I can blow up your question in 2
Tell me.
seconds. They constantly say they're trying to non-lethally.
Yeah,
They're
save
trying to
the asset.
non-lethally contain it because they've sank millions
But
of
once-
dollars into it. They said it multiple
Once
times.
they release the
Multiple
raptors,
times. Multiple times.
once they release the
Multiple
raptors
times.
though, they go full
Multiple
lethal
times?
because the army's taking over. And so when the raptors are going, and Chris Pratt's doing a little motorcycle like ride with
Yeah,
them.
their army is crap. It's been crap.
You mean
in
the
every
army
movie. I
of
don't
the
know what
United
you're so
States
shocked about.
is crap compared to the private army? I can see that.
No, once the United States Army got there, it was fine. The only army that was there that we really see was freaking the company.
And the
army,
United States
whatever
Army
they're
hasn't
called,
won a
ISIS.
war since World War II.
Here is an obligatory music break in the middle of the episode.
Nice. Okay, so let's like now that we've lost Cam, like we lost the British girl to the Mesosaurus. Let's talk about this movie, like when it came out, all that stuff. So June 12th, 2015. So we're pretty close to the 7-year anniversary, and everyone knows that's the dinosaur anniversary. It had $150 million budget. It made worldwide $1.6 billion.
I knew it was going to be a lot.
Wow, that movie tanked.
I think it's like the third or fourth highest grossing film of all time still. It's
Wow.
insane.
Why? I mean,
Because
I
of the
think
name. Don't
I
you
mean-
remember when this first came out?
yeah,
was huge.
That's
It
true.
was
Yeah.
But like,
crazy.
yeah, it's the same thing with like freaking the Smurf movie that like is the highest grossing movie of all time.
Avatar.
That movie was like really hyped. I remember thinking it was kind of cool because 3D and all that stuff. But like, I have zero interest in seeing the new one. Like,
I was gonna
legitimately, zero interest.
Yeah, me too. But I was going to say, I was toying with the idea the other day of being like, should we cover Avatar on the podcast? And even I have a line I do not cross, and that is it. So,
Yeah, still better than Parents.
You don't know. You haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I've seen some of it.
It was all right. So it was filmed mostly in Oahu and Kauai. So mostly in Hawaii. Do you guys want to guess the critic and audience scores on Rotten Tomatoes?
Sure.
Critic score
I
64.
will
Okay.
go ahead.
Oh,
Tim.
sorry.
What'd
I
you say?
don't know.
Yeah, go.
You just jump in.
Go for it.
Tim,
Yeah,
what'd you
critic
say?
score 64, audience score 87.
Okay, 64-87.
Okay, I'm gonna say critic score. Because the budget, I gotta go 7. I'll go. Just for the memes, I'll go. Critic score 55 and audience score 69.
Okay,
Nice.
You really tickled Joe over there.
I'm gonna try to answer like Krager. Okay, so critic score. I'm gonna critic score.
No, see, I feel like what you're going for is a little bit of Rick Russell. Oh.
Critic score 67.
Uh-huh.
Audience score 89.
All right, so critic score is 71 and audience score is 78.
Wow.
So it's actually not as high as you would think for a $1.6 billion grossing movie. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it is. So this was directed and written by Colin Trevorrow. And I was like, why do I remember Colin Trevorrow's name? And then I'm like, oh yeah, he
Don't
did
even
The
know who he
Rise of
is.
Skywalker.
Oh, gross.
Everyone's favorite Star Wars movie.
Gross.
He also wrote, not directed, Fallen Kingdom, the next Jurassic World movie we're going to be watching.
Oh no.
I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, boy.
Oh yeah, that's going to be fun. And then also another person who wrote this, his name is Derek Connolly. He also wrote Detective Pikachu. He wrote Kong Skull Island.
Oh,
And then I put Chris Pratt. Like he wrote Chris Pratt, but he didn't. Chris Pratt is in this movie. But I guess technically he wrote Chris Pratt too because he wrote the movie. So yeah, we don't need to talk anymore about him. He's Andy Dufresne, or what's his name? Andy Dwyer. That's
Yeah, not Andy Dufresne. That's Shawshank.
nah, same guy. We were talking about Bryce Dallas Howard being in this movie. We'd already mentioned Black Mirror. We didn't mention Spider-Man 3, Gwen Stacy, back in the day. Good
Fun
one.
fact. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot
Yeah,
about that. She
everyone
was
forgets
blonde in
about that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was blonde. No one yeah. But did you hear that Variety reported that casting has started on Black Mirror new season?
Oh, nice. That's cool. Honestly, I've kind of lost interest. It's been so long. I'm just like, yeah, whenever it comes out, I'll check it out, I guess.
There's a new season of Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
never really got into the first season of that one. I need to check that out. I never got around to it. I'm too busy. I got to keep up. You guys wanted me to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. That took me like 5 years of you guys telling me to watch it to finally
You
watch
finished that like 6 months ago.
it. Yeah, and now I'm watching Fringe.
You've already seen Fringe.
Yeah, it's like comfort food. Just because I've had a chicken pot pie before doesn't mean I'm not going to have it again. So
Well, you need a palate cleanser after Avatar: The Last Airbender, to be fair. So
Mhm.
you got to
Yeah.
go back to something home style.
exactly. See, Tim gets it.
Long, too.
Tim gets it. So another thing that I actually
saying it's
totally
not good.
forgot Bryce Dallas Howard was in was Terminator Salvation.
Oh.
I don't
Which
remember
one is
what
that?
character. The
Is
one
that
with
the
Christian Bale. Yeah, the one with Gore the God Butcher. And then she was
I don't
also
remember that.
she was also in The Village. I don't remember her being in The Village either.
Don't remember that either.
I barely remember like The Village, like seeing it.
I remember that there were 2 different colored cloaks, and they were probably important.
Yes,
They were
and it
red and
also
yellow.
took place in a village. I remember
I
that.
remember what the twist is at the end.
Yeah,
I have no
Twist
desire
was
to go
it
back
was
and
actually
see
a
that
town,
movie.
not a village. Yep. So Vincent D'Onofrio plays Hodgkins. Most people may know him as
Non-Hodgkins?
Kingpin from the Daredevil
yeah.
series, and also
Yeah.
another series I'm not going to mention to stay away from spoilers in case people are months behind on their Marvel viewing.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yes, Full Metal Jacket, exactly. And also his greatest role ever, Vince Vaughn's brother from The Breakup.
Oh my god, that was incredible. Wait, no.
Yep.
No, that was Jon Favreau.
No, Jon Favreau and Vincent D'Onofrio. Remember, it's the three brothers.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's
I
right.
was-
That's right.
See, I was thinking of it made me think of Jennifer Aniston's brother from The Breakup.
Oh no, he's funny. I like that actor. He's great.
Oh my
Tap, tap, tappy.
Dude,
tap, tap,
one of my favorite things whenever my fiance asks me for things, as I always do, like, maybe one of 9 lemons, maybe gets 9 lemons. No, maybe
Gary on
one
the
12.
kick
Maybe
drum,
one
Gary.
12.
Come on the kick drum, Gary. Come on the kick drum, Gary. That's Gary on the kick drum.
All right. So the little kid whose name is Gray, which sure, his name is Ty Simpkins. He is. Did you guys?
His last name is Simpkins.
Simpkins. Did you pick out who he is? He's in a major property that everyone forgot about, and he showed up in a pivotal role of a major
Like
movie
the White
in the past
House?
5
I
years.
feel like the White House is a major piece of property.
No, not that piece of property.
Okay, my bad.
Huh,
My bad.
I don't know.
He plays the little kid in Iron Man 3 that shows up at Iron Man's funeral at the end. That everyone's like, who's that?
Yeah.
That's him. That's the actor. I don't know his name.
Okay.
Harley something or other.
I
Harley
guess
Harkins?
you could say this role really changed his world.
I love
And
you,
he was in
Gregory.
Insidious. He's the little boy in Insidious.
Yeah, that's right.
So we have Omar Sy. He plays Chris Pratt's like partner who helps with the Raptors. This guy also plays Bishop from the Days of Future Past movie.
Oh,
He looks way different as Bishop though, 'cause he's
Yeah.
got all like the extra stuff going on and mechanical hand and all that kind of stuff. So you couldn't really tell. BD Wong, who plays Dr. Wu, we mentioned him, but I want to bring him up because he plays a very interesting character in Mr. Robot. He also is the voice of a character in Mulan, and he's in Gotham as Hugo Strange.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotham's great.
Gotham. I'm rewatching it right now because Madison has never seen it, so I'm excited for his character to show up.
I
here
never
soon.
finished it.
Oh,
Was
it's so
BD
good.
Wong
Another
in,
long
like,
one.
was he in like a Law and Order series or something like that? Was he in some type
Probably.
of true crime show?
He's
feel like
been
I
in
remember
a million things.
Yeah, I remember
So
seeing
good.
BD Wong come up a lot in something I used to watch that was like syndicated, but I have no idea what it was.
He probably was back in the day for sure. He's been around for a while, so I could see
Yeah.
him doing that. Did you guys notice that the wrong Missy was there? Lauren Lapkus. She was the other control person with Jake
Oh, yeah,
Johnson,
yeah,
who Jake
yeah.
Johnson tries to
Oh,
kiss.
yeah.
I was like, hey, it's
Yeah.
the wrong Missy.
I
She's
really
actually
like her.
For that's what she's known for. is
I
the
know
wrong
she's
Missy.
actually she's a very good sketch comedian.
Yeah.
She's actually very good.
Yeah, she does some stuff with College Humor that's pretty funny.
Mhm.
Yes, a very talented impressionist.
Yes.
Yeah, I highly recommend paying the couple bucks to download to use the Dropout app. That's what all the College Humor shows are on. Game
Yeah.
Changer is like I
Oh my-
binge the entire thing.
It
Game
is so
Changer's
good.
so good.
Dimension 22,
heard of
I'm absolutely in love with.
I need to start watching that,
Man, these are all things I have not checked out yet. So
dude. Game
gonna
Changer.
scribble them down real quick.
Game Changer is its name. It
Okay.
is a game changer.
See what
It
happens
is.
when you don't watch Fringe over and over again?
Oh my
It's-
god!
It's either Fringe or I'm gonna watch Matrix
You need
Resurrection
to be
or
more
whatever
like
that new
me.
one's
What
called.
you fall asleep to is decided by the Amazon algorithm.
No, I fall asleep to like either Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Mindy Project, or Schitt's Creek. One of those three things.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do 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 do. Just I get that intro gets me going every
Oh,
time.
it's so good. I know. The problem is when you fall asleep to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I wake up every time the intro comes on, so I don't get great sleep.
Yeah. But what if Craig Robinson is in this episode? I need to see
Exactly.
his bromance.
Yeah, exactly. So I
Don't
want to
forget,
mention.
you still need to add Curb Your Enthusiasm to your list.
You talking to me?
Yes, of course.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. So Colin Trevorrow actually voices Mr. DNA in this movie, which is kind of a fun little thing he got to do. But get this, the monorail voice is done by Brad Bird. Now, do you guys know who Brad Bird is?
Oh, the old BB.
Not a clue.
The old BB. Brad Bird. He
Uh,
wrote
Go ahead.
Incredibles 1 and 2. He wrote Ratatouille. He wrote The Iron Giant. He directed Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
So he got to do a little fun cameo here and voice the monorail guy.
So when you first said his name, the first person I thought of was Bradley Garrett. Do you know who that is?
Oh, yes, from Everybody
Yes.
Loves Raymond.
Yes. That's the first person I thought. I was like, wait, that guy?
I would have loved to hear that guy's voice. He has a very iconic voice. And then the last thing I want to mention here is Michael Giacchino composed the music for this movie. He's done the
It
Star
wasn't
Trek
John Williams?
movies, Rogue One. No, John Williams did. John Williams from the original
was
score, but
kidding.
everything else.
Yeah.
He's done WandaVision, Doctor Strange. Speaking of Lost, he did Lost. I'm sorry, Fringe and Lost. He did Up. Michael Giacchino is like the new John Williams of our time. He does some major
He
properties.
also has a name that sounds like a delicious Italian dessert.
It really does. I'll have one Giacchino hold the lettuce.
Just why?
Italy is famous for lettuce in their desserts. To be
Yeah.
fair.
God.
You've never had lettuce tiramisu, tiramisu lettuce?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get
The
into
old
some.
iceberg cannoli.
It's healthier. Let's get into some fun facts here.
What is facts? Baby, they're fun. They're fun. Oh yeah. What is facts? Baby, they're fun. They're fun. Oh yeah.
All right, so
You know
first
what
fun.
iceberg lettuce is? It's
It's what the
basically
Titanic
water.
sank, right?
Yes. It's basically water. If you want to add like just a little bit of water and some that has a crunch to whatever you're eating, put some iceberg
Yeah.
lettuce with it.
Hydration
Or
and crunch are
celery.
two very important things to any athlete.
So what is kale? Like apple cider vinegar?
No, it's just
Hot
gross.
take. I don't think kale tastes that bad.
I
When
actually
you blend
don't
it
like
up with
kale.
enough berries, it's fine.
Yeah, I
you
don't
know?
mind kale that much either, but okay. So first fun fact is they film most of the theme park scenes at abandoned New Orleans Six Flags theme park, which I'm assuming is abandoned
wow,
because
you
of
guys
Katrina.
talk about that on Elite Eight Letdown.
Yeah, Joe Janero sponsored
that's
a bracket
right.
and had us talk about that.
I
Six Flags in
totally
New Orleans.
forgot about that. That was like this last episode too. I think. You guys
Yeah,
had.
that is incredible timing, dude. Joe is just next level planning this
Yeah.
stuff out.
Yeah, he knew, definitely. He's not paying us money. So what's going on?
He's really playing chess over there, and we're just checkering it
Yeah.
up over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're like tic
I'm
tac
still
toe.
playing tick. Oh, fucking damn it, Jordan.
Yeah, I took it. So Lauren Lapkus improvised the line, "I have a boyfriend," and just like any good director, Colin Trevorrow was like, "I love it, do it again." So that wasn't in the script actually. It's fun when actors get to have a little bit of like improv ability in a movie,
Especially comedians.
Yes, exactly. And in a non-comedic movie, if it's like a comedy, you expect them to do it, but in something like this, you don't expect it, which is good for them. Let's see. When the boys first arrive at the park, a voice over the loudspeaker advertises Chilean sea bass on the menu, which is a nod to what they were going to eat in the first Jurassic Park movie, because John Hammond was like, "The chef has prepared a lovely Chilean sea bass for us."
You
So
ever
that's
had
a fun
Chilean
fact.
sea bass? It is delicious.
Nah. I only
I
get my
prefer
sea
mine
bass from
warmed up.
America. All right. In an interview on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Bryce Dallas Howard says that the little boy hugging the long neck in the petting zoo is her son.
Oh,
So, she got her start in the industry because of her dad, and now this kid's getting a start in the industry because of his mom. So, nepotism. The music in the trailer is a rendition of John Williams' original theme. This marks the first Jurassic movie for Michael Giacchino, and one of his first jobs as a composer was to make the music for the PlayStation game of The Lost World. So fun little tie-in there. Back before he was a big composer in 1997, he was like making little MIDI sounds for a
Yeah.
PlayStation game,
That's exactly
which
what it
would be a
is.
fine job. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that job at all.
do you
If I
think that was like the bare minimum requirement there? Like you just need to have done Jurassic
Something.
Park music before, and he
Yeah.
had that line item on there from a
Mhm.
PlayStation game. And I was like, I'm
let
in.
let me tell you, The Lost World.
You didn't play it?
So the original title of this was Jurassic Park Extinction, which would have been a good one. Well, I mean, Resident Evil kind of already took that, but would have been a good one if this was like the last movie in the series. But I get why they changed it because it doesn't really like relate to this one at all.
But the dinosaurs didn't go extinct.
No. You mean like the dinosaurs
like
in this one?
at the end of this movie.
Oh no, yeah, exactly. It wouldn't have
like,
made
why
sense.
Why would it be called extinction?
Yeah, it wouldn't have made sense at all. So the product placement in this movie was not at the behest of the studio, but was rather the idea of the writers and director Colin Trevorrow as a way to satirize the corporation of popular entertainment. So it wasn't even the studio who wanted to do this; it was actually the writers who wanted to do it. But that's a fun fact, I guess. I don't know why I wrote that one down.
It's important because writers barely get control a lot of the time.
That's
when they
true.
Should. So
It
for
is.
them to be able to have that, is important.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. If you look closely, you can see that Simon Masrani, he's the billionaire tech guy, he wears a ring made out of amber that contains an insect in it.
Like Amber Heard.
No. Oh, wait. If Amber Heard was involved in this movie, Tim, what would happen?
She'd have 800 pounds of oatmeal in a bed.
Yes.
Which funny, dinosaurs extinction. I'm looking at wedding rings, and I'm thinking about getting a ring with a meteor in it. So yeah,
a meteor. You can have
in
space on your finger.
Yeah,
a space finger.
Space finger.
They call him Krager Space Finger.
Yes, they do.
So Bryce Dallas Howard is seen running in high heels the entire movie. In an appearance with Chris Pratt on the Late Late Show with James Corden. Hey, man, coming back around, all these people we're talking about. Howard said she did ankle exercises and trained for running in heels as if she was in the Olympics. So she actually had to like train.
That's kind of unnecessary.
I don't know.
I was unaware that the Olympics had high heel events.
Oh, they do.
You could train
high heel vaulting, high heel shot put, high heel luge. High heel luge. They have high heel breaststroke. It doesn't really change much.
Mm-hmm.
So the T-Rex in this movie was yes. I'd actually watch high heel.
Yeah,
I would watch all that. Except there would be so many broken ankles, it would be ridiculous. So the T-Rex in this movie was revealed by director Colin Trevorrow to be the same T-Rex from the Jurassic Park movie. So there you go. Put that to bed. Originally gray and
can't keep himself out of captivity. He's for old cuck over there.
Nope, he can't. He loves being dominized. Originally, Ray and Zach were to be hiding from 3 Dilophosauruses in the same spot Dennis Nedry got stuck. Oh, I already said, and they were going to find the embryos. Yep. Bryce Dallas Howard and Judy Greer played sisters in The Village, and that's all my fun facts.
Who's Judy Greer?
Judy Greer is the girl at the beginning who's the mom.
Oh, nice.
I really like her in general. She's
funny.
I can't remember the name of the chick because there's an actor who looks just like Bryce Dallas Howard, and I can never remember her name, but they're like almost an uncanny resemblance.
Camille Nanjiani.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could see that. I could definitely see that for sure. All right. Well, that's the episode. I feel like we were a little long-winded on this one, but hey, wind is fun. So, Tim.
Technical issues along the way.
There were technical issues along the way. Tim, tell us where we can find you on your podcast where you guys talk about 40 minutes of nothing and 40 minutes of something.
That's so very true. Yeah. So you can find all of our podcasts over at professionalcasual.com, or one of the best places to see a lot of the drops and video clips from all of our stuff is facebook.com/professionalcasual. But we have Elite 8 Showdown might actually kind of be, coming to an end here soon.
Get kicked off the network and then you guys just can't do it anymore, huh?
So yeah. So I would check out all of the other not Elite 8 Showdown stuff that we have over there. We do a bunch of actual plays of tabletop games, Pathfinder 2nd Edition and Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay.
All right, yeah, so go check that out.
I still am unbelievably proud of my first and only foray into D&D. They told me I was an elf, so the only plausible thing for me to do was call myself Found-A-Hand, the distant cousin of Legolas.
Ridiculous. Oh man. The one and only time we played D&D and Cam as the dungeon master was so frustrated with us.
Oh yeah.
Well, no,
We
he
got-
was frustrated with you because
Yeah.
he had a one thing that was supposed to take 2 minutes, and you asked this poor chickmunk questions for a fucking half an hour.
Yeah, I couldn't get over the fact. It's like when I play video games, I have to so I was notorious for this as a kid with Pokemon. I had to go up to every single person and hit A to see what they said. I had to go to every
definitely.
trash can and check to see if something's in the trash can. So literally that's how I played D&D. I'm like, no, I need to talk to every single character for 20 minutes.
No, it's a little different because you playing D&D was like if you went up to a character, asked them every question you can, and then they provided a little text box where you could start typing in your own questions
Yep.
if you still weren't
Yeah.
satisfied.
Yep. Mhm. I kept going and going and going. It was great.
I could imagine Cam very legitimately being an incredibly skilled storyteller for D&D 2 and just being absolutely frustrated.
I think at one point,
Yeah,
I think at one point he was like, "Stop asking me questions. Move on."
They were like, we need to keep going. We haven't even left the first place yet.
He's like, "You're not gonna find anything from me. Move on." Okay.
Yes, that's what he said.
All right. Yeah. So go check that out. And you can always come back here and check us out at wreckmypodcast.com. We're gonna have at least 2 more Jurassic World episodes coming up here. You guys still take like Twitch subscribers and stuff for Professional Casual?
Oh,
right?
absolutely, yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, you get a free sub if you're a Prime member. So go give your free sub to the Professional Casual Network because it gives them the full sub, but it doesn't cost you a thing. So that's a nice way to go support people. It really helps out. So go do that on Twitch.
We also have our Discord for like patrons only, but you can kind of backdoor it by subscribing on Twitch. You get automatic access to it as well.
Never been a fan of the
Has to go in
back door.
door.
Never been a fan. Never been a fan of the back door.
Well, we're gonna backdoor out of this one here. Beep beep. And we're gonna say, Tim, thanks for being on. Tim, he calls his raptor blue balls or whatever I said at the beginning.
Freaking beep beep. Oh my god.
Oh man. And so that's the episode. I'm gonna say stay safe and remember to leave the blood on something other than your body. We'll see you all next week.
Wreck My Podcast. Wreck My Podcast.
Bye. I love you all.
I was waiting for Gregory. Gregory usually has something. Oh man. Okay.
Tim, you're supposed to do the cha-ching.
Ka-ching!
Here, let's do a tail slate real quick. 1, 2, 3. So
By
here's the
way,
question.
Hold on. Will always be my favorite. You need to do it more often. When you remix the don't, but you like kept starting over and like different times and remixing it, best one you've ever done. That was like a year ago, but still best one you've ever done.
I appreciate that.
I can't
It's
tell
never
you-
on purpose.
I can't tell you how hard I laughed though when you brought up Leonard and Chuck was like, "Who's that?" You're like the guy you literally voiced. All right, here, let's do another clap for this recording. 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. Let's so
I
start us.
think Tim can hear us because with having 2 birthdays a year, he's old as fuck.
Yeah.
So, Craig, did you have a joke you wanted to bestow upon us?
That was a joke.
Oh, that was the joke? Okay, yeah, that was it. All right.
That was it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just want to make sure. I needed Tim to hear it.
Yeah.
I called
it's
you
my-
old.
It's my favorite joke that Chuck says all the time, you know?
I will say you look quite young for your age.
You know, yeah, being
Yeah,
at least 6 years younger than Chuck tells everyone that I am, well, we'll do that. It's actually one of the trade secrets of the industry.
No, you have one of those faces where if you told me you're 25, I'm like, all right, sure.
Oh, I appreciate that. I lie about my age on a pretty regular basis, so it comes in handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AARP card.
No, sir. I am under 8 years old. Give me the child ticket. So that was a juicy one.
And yeah, it's Blueberry Key Lime is back for limited time, so I literally have bought in at least like 6 4-packs.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Wreck My Podcast.